Hello, welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, PiMacleod. We're here on day 4,373 of this stupidly long journey of mine. Hey, but thanks for being along with me. We're here to talk about the boss. It is the end of his time here with us. Normally at this point in time, we'd have like maybe an hour and a half left in fighting him at his hardest difficulty. But because of their snafu in the beginning, I'm sure you're aware of, we have an extra 3 hours on top of that. It's okay. It's not like you need it. You probably already got it done, right? 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 Don't tell me you've kind of hit a snag that you've flubbed up and don't know what to do. You know what to do, right? Well, I know he's like kind of tricky and stuff, but there's other things to do. You're not stuck, right? Here, wait. This guy. Maybe let's start at the beginning. Let's talk about what the point of this new 6-star Galactus is. First off, we're saying 6-star. That's a big deal, right? That's big. Hey, Mark, thanks for joining me on the YouTube side. We talked about him briefly before, on my stream where I had a really bad connection and I kept losing it. Yeah, that one. It's okay. I think we're better now. I've done tests since then. Anyways, Galactus comes into the game with a really big deal. Basically something to stall out the game on people. It's not a defensive thing. It's not a Beta Ray Bill Polaris or Colossus and Wanda. It's not a thing where it's like, oh, it's so hard to hurt him after a while. No. We have tons of ways around that nowadays, don't we? We can do damage to just about anyone, anywhere on turn 1. Nope, Galactus is hard-coded to say, the buck stops here. Galactus has this cosmic resilience. It says, look at the last part of his passive, okay? Prevent all damage to Galactus beyond big number in a turn. This passive is always unlocked. Now, that was part of his boss thing, too. This character right here, this preview of Galactus, our 6-star, was also who we were fighting. Now, of course, it started at a lower level, and it ramped up through the levels, and anyways, he is where he is now in the game, which I'll get to him in a second. But this shouldn't dissuade you. If you had hard times with fighting him, well, we have ways around that. Notably, there's other ways to defeat him. Now, as a boss, we know we can't away him, and we can't airborne him, and we can't stun him. Well, since we can't away him, that means King is out of the question. Our King cheese methods just aren't going to work. So we have other ways. We have other cheese methods. Have you not tried them all? Believe you me, I tried them all. There's some that work. Really notably one that works. And other ones that don't. And I'm going to go through them with you. Also, if it's not Galactus, it's probably the side nodes, isn't it? Those big beefy ones. Like here, if I click into this. Those ones on the side, like the Herald of Galactus. Ugh. Or this Herald of Galactus. Something to do with being a gold female character is really rough. Those are probably the two most notable ones. This one can be pretty rough too, but it's not gold, so it's not that rough, right? Anyways, no, it's the whole unstunnable thing, and he's got his black, which means he can one-hit kill you as well. I've heard plenty of complaints about how difficult these can get. Don't worry, you can one-shot them. Yes, that's right, one-shot them. If you don't know, I'm sorry. I've put out the messages and the bat signal. I know, wrong company, but still. I put it out on Reddit. I've talked about this. Other people have too, but it's okay. You know what? You'll know for next time, and maybe if you want to hit a couple of last-minute no's to help out your alliance, we can do it now. Okay? Let's go there together. Mark, what was that? Became a real pain for me, but a 1 max progress. Surprisingly, became Carnage, Medusa, and Polaris him. There we go. Changed up to American Chavez, Sinister, and Aha! Mark, you've hit on something there, and I'm going to touch on that too when we get into the fights with him. You said Mr. Sinister, and that's something I wanted to touch on. We'll get there. But yes, awesome, dude. Very good. Very awesome to hear. Okay, let's start off with him. Arrival of Galactus. Blah, blah, blah. Can't be stunned, sent airborne, or sent away. Gotta kill him. It's not like he has different powers for this mode. He has his same 6-star powers that we can earn and unlock for ourselves. We can get through this without much of an issue. I'm going to use my save teams because I have a few for this. I'm going to click scrolly. This one. Now, you might be like, why Beta Ray Bill? Don't pay attention to that. That guy doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You can put anyone you want there in that position. Just put your strongest, healthiest tank that the middle requires. The middle is all the essential characters. So if I want to put Doctor Strange or, 4-star Marvel or shoot, 3-star Nova, whoever has the most health that I can get away with using, go ahead. Throw them in there. Okay? Doesn't really matter. I just use Beta Ray Bill for this example, and I already have his support set on that I want to use, okay? It's really the two side characters we're talking about here. Multiple Man and Agent Coulson. You've seen us do this with puzzle gauntlets, which, yes, there's a puzzle gauntlet going on right now. Don't get off track on me. We'll go through puzzle gauntlets in a day or two. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of this, boss thing while we're here. I gave supports to Coulson and Beta Ray Bill, and then I will put one on Multiple Man as well to make an example. Coulson I put on the Black Widow batons. I have it at rank 5, which means it's going to give me 80% chance at starting with 6 purple AP. That's a big deal. Okay, we want as much AP as we can to start with. For Beta Ray Bill, I put on the SPDR, 80% chance starting with 6 yellow AP, when you have it maxed out. And then finally, Multiple Man, you can put on something else. Now, since I have purple and yellow AP on, I highly implore you to do a different color AP. The more variety you have, the better. So I could put Krakoa on. Him being the only mutant in the group would give him some starting, I want to say it's green? Yeah, but let's force the issue. Atlantis gives me 80% chance starting with 6 green AP. Of course, if you have it at rank 5. You could do Yarrow Root or something else to help you out here if you'd like. So, if you don't have these supports, that's okay. Put on what you can to put as much starting AP that you can on them. I also implore you to put +2. Actually, when I say implore, I mean you must. +2 red and yellow, +2 blue and purple, +2 black and green. Okay? Put those on. That's a must. I don't care what other supports you put on them. Obviously, the more the merrier. But if you have to do none of the above for some silly reason, maybe you don't have any of those supports, and maybe they're not reliable, at least the supports. This is just like Puzzle Gauntlet, so don't lose me. If you have any questions or issues with it, you can even look back at other Puzzle Gauntlet videos we've done in the past and see the results. Same thing, only now we're going to do it to the big G. Okay, you ready? Let's get it. This is round 8 Galactus. We've already beat him. He's been done for like a day and a half, if not a little more in my alliance. I'm gladly going to knock him down to size again. Let's look at his powers real quick. His last little bit says prevent all damage to Galactus beyond 32,982 in a turn. So in other words, he's got 131,000 health, and I can't do more than about around a quarter of that health in one turn. It's going to take you 4 to 5 turns to kill him. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm going to go through multiple ways of killing him, and here's the first way. This is the easiest way. 4-star characters only. Multiple Man, Coulson, and then whatever healthy tank you want to put in there. In my case here, Beta Ray Bill. Okay? So we're going to start casting all the my own best friends we can. And when I say all of them, I mean, remember, you can cast 1 per color. It costs you 0, but you drain that AP. Let's do this on yellow to start. Why yellow? Well, whenever you cast a power, Galactus drains more of that AP away from you. We don't want to lose that AP, so let's cast yellow first. And he's going to make some cosmic tiles. That sucks, right? Because if he matches cosmic tiles, he gets a bunch of free AP. Don't worry about it. You worry too much. Watch. I'm going to do it again. Yellow on. Let's do it on my green. Oh no, more cosmic tiles. Guess what? They're not overriding my dupes. All these dupes I'm making, he's not overriding them. Purple. But I'm overriding his cosmic tiles. No joke. Multiple Man is so powerful, Galactus can't stop him. I wish I was saying this is comedy. In this game, multiple man's dupes overwrite Galactus's cosmic tiles. Maybe it's just for this boss. They might patch that in the future. Who knows? But for now, it works. Multiple man, we're going to keep doing it on the red. And on the blue. And then finally on the black. Okay, that's a lot of special tiles out there right now. But we currently have, ooh, it says 30 dupes. 4 more and we win. It's pretty easy to do. I just need to make a match to get this started. It doesn't matter what you match. Let's go with, I have all those countdowns out there. We want to preserve those. We want Coulson's countdowns to count down for us. I'm going to make these matches, get those out of the way. There we go. Coulson's countdowns are going away. They're giving us AP, hand over fist. Okay, cool. So now let's go ahead and hit this yellow. On yellow, again, always start with yellow. You don't want to waste that AP. Hey, Sandwich, what's up, man? What game is not being informed as a pre-recorded video? No, Sandwich, thanks for joining me on YouTube. This is Marvel Puzzle Quest. Anyways. Here we go. Yellow on the red now. And it's a win. Multiple man's powers basically say when you have 34 or more dupes on the board, you win automatically, no matter what. Galactus sitting there preventing damage done, but he doesn't prevent that win mechanic. So you have this round 8, ultra level high boss, and multiple man says, nah, I have enough duplicates where I can just even hold down the mightiest of titans there is. Well, he's not technically a titan, but you get the point. So there you go. Now that's an easy cheesy way of beating Galactus. No big deal. What about these side nodes? These ones that are hit a lot harder. Come on, we know these ones were giving a lot of people trouble. I've seen some people post about it. We can one hit kill them. Not joking. And it doesn't even have to be a strong thing. You don't need big strike tiles, attack tiles, power. Nope. Just, you know, one very noteworthy 4-star, and maybe a 5-star or a 3-star. Depends on your roster what you have. So let's get into this. We'll go against this one first. This Herald of Galactus, Nova, or Frankie Ray as we like to call her, because there's so many Novas in the game. No problem, Sandwich. Thank you. So I'm going to use a different save team. I've had this saved because it's been working very, very well. Same thing in the middle. We just need a big old beefy bodyguard, someone to tank for us in case something goes wrong. Don't worry, nothing goes wrong on this one. You need Dark Veil and you need Kang. Okay? If you don't know already what this means, it means we're going to send him away, like quote unquote away, the status effect. And Kang says in his passives, let me just, click on in here. What's that say in that fine print? Let me adjust my monocle. Kang's team, blah, 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 blah. If all Kang's opponents are downed or away, he wins the battle. That's pretty cool, right? Well, how are we going to get him away? Dark Veil says, once per team, if an ally in front would take over about 1,500 damage, spend 3 team-up AP to reduce it by 100%, send the target away for 3 turns. We can do that. Let's just make sure we have 3 team-up AP, right? So boost 2 team-up AP there, and then 1 of these plus 1 to all team-up APs. You got those lying around, right? You should. We have tons of these things. We get them all the time from those taco vault, the spicy taco vaults. So, ready? Watch this one-hit win. And it doesn't have to be my hit. I never said it was my hit. What do we hit you with, Frankie? Let's go with, I'm just going to match with this yellow right here. And then Frankie does the match. Oh, never mind. You're gone. Bye. That's a win. That's simple. Dark Veil King, done. That can work on all of these. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's Nova, Silver Surfer. Doesn't matter if it's Dazzler, for crying out loud. Doesn't matter the character or the caliber of them. These characters are all like big level 600 plus characters. They're going to do 1,500 damage or more just by sitting there staring at you. So Dark Veil's going to send them away, and Kang's going to say you win. And then what do you do next? You go right back to the boss, Galactus, run it again. Run it back. Go on. You remember, you can't Dark Veil King them. So if you don't have the Dark Veil King option, go on and load up your multiple man and Coulson and just dupe them again. Easy. Now maybe you're sitting there like, Pi, I don't want to be all cheesy all the time. I want to run some fun things. I hear you. There's other ways to go about this. We have different methods of beating him that don't have to rely on cheese. How do I say this? Remember earlier we looked at his powers and it said 32-ish thousand or more damage in a turn. That's like his cap. You can't hurt him for more than that. Note that it said per turn. You can abuse that. You can abuse that. How? Do damage when it's not your turn. Ooh, right? Right? There's ways to abuse this. Okay, so one of the things I've been playing around with, and I'm not going to say this is the best way to go about it. There's plenty of ways to do it. Just find someone or a method where you can hurt someone on their turn, and then you can double down on that aspect, right? So in this case, I'm going to use one that I was having a lot of fun with myself. Let's go with, if I scroll down a bit, I need, where's she at? She was right there in front. There she is. Storm. You could use Black Bolt in this case too. Both of them do what we're looking to do, which is create charge tiles passively. Okay, I prefer Storm because after 4 charge tiles is on the board, Black Bolt says, nah, I'm tapped out. And Black Bolt won't make any more charge tiles. He just kind of wimps out early. It's just his shtick. But he starts causing damage on your turn, and that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for maximizing the damage on their turn, the enemy's turn, Big G's turn. Okay? Let's go on and bring in, this is going to shock you, Peggy, 5-star. What? I know. No one uses 5-star Peggy. That is until I had a coming to moment. Meaning I was looking through the characters and finding out who could do damage on the enemy's turn based on something that's going on. Some sort of ongoing thing, right? Peggy has this one ability. Is it red? I think it's red. There it is in the passive. At the start of the enemy turn, a random enemy, takes X amount of damage for each charge tile. This deals extra damage to airborne enemies. He's not going to be airborne. We can't knock him airborne, but we can do extra damage to him per charge tile on the screen on his turn. That's not counting what we're doing on our turn. It's pretty good. Now, how are we going to double down on this more? We got to keep with the charge tile theme here. Do you notice how we put Storm in there to make passive charges? We have Peggy here for this as well. Let's go ahead and change our multiple man over here to Captain. Really? Captain? What captain are we talking about? I think it's going to be the Hammer Cap. Captain America Worthy. The one that wielded Mjolnir and had people in theaters standing on their feet and cheering for a long, long time when that happened. You know what I'm talking about. That guy. Why him? Because the wind-up. Passive. Whenever the enemy matches a charge tile, Captain America deals damage to the target. A good amount of damage, too. About triple the amount that Peggy said, but it's only, when they match a charge tile. So if there's like 3 charge tiles in that match, it still only does it 1 time. Okay. Now that's not a lot of damage, you might say. Like, that's not going to make a big difference, is it? Ooh, I think it will. Don't worry. Let's go over here and use supports. Supports, right? This is what I've been telling you guys for a long time now. Don't deny your supports. Use them. Atlantis. You could use other ones too. Atlantis is one of my go-to ones for an easy reason. This one says, rank 1, supported character's powers deal an additional 1792 damage to enemies. Oh, so now when Galactus matches a charge tile, he's going to get a little over 3k damage. Done. Pretty good. I think I'll take that. Also, by having 4-star Cap in here, we can use his American Hero thing. So whenever the enemy team makes a match 4 or greater, Cap jumps to the front, reduces incoming damage by 100%. So yes, his big old stupidly hard match damage he has, if there's a match 4 on the screen, leave it for him. Let Galactus match it. Cap jumps to the front and shrugs it off like it's nothing, leaves a countdown there, and that countdown, if it's successful, will make a bunch more charge tiles on the screen. You just negated Big G's damage. It made more charge tiles, which is going to make Peggy and Captain happy. Win, 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 win. Now you can do the same thing for Peggy, but I already have something pretty good on her for this. That is the Avengers Tower. Now, I have this one on her because at rank 5, it does some really special stuff. Yours may vary, but bear with me. At the start of the battle, there's a chance to gain 3 yellow AP. Yeah, okay. You can take it or leave it. No big deal there. When the supporter character makes a match, there's a chance to fortify a friendly special. Okay, that's pretty cool, because if we have those countdowns out there from Captain, we can fortify them, making them hard to get rid of. At rank 3, when you make a match 4 or greater, you make a projectile. Okay, it's a small projectile. We're not really here for that. Rank 4, supporter character's base red match damage is increased. Again, we're not here for that, but okay, sure, we'll take it. Finally, there's the reason. Rank 5, when a friendly power is fired, not just by her, a friendly power. Anyone on your team makes a friendly power fire, there's a 60% chance to gain 2 AP in your strongest color. What's her strongest color again? Red? Now, her red is pretty good. It does some damage. I'm not here for that. It's okay. That's not the reason I'm using that red. Captain's red is a countdown that makes charge tiles every turn. We're flooding the board with charge tiles. We're going to flood this board as quick as we can. We need Peggy to start doing passive damage every time Big G gets up to bat. And we need Captain to regret Big G going up to bat by making matches. In other words, we're going to do the damage on our turn with our matches and our powers, but when Galactus takes his turn, he's not going to get to do much but feel more pain. That's it. Now that's this build. There are other ways to do this, but let's go through it with this. One more thing. Let's say Storm, you need something, right? Oh, that's right. Omnipotent City. It basically, whenever you cast, I'm going to trim the fat on this. The first time you cast a power on your team in any single color, you make charge tiles. If it's the first time you cast a power, then you make 1 charge tile. If it's the second time you cast a power, you make 2 charge tiles, but each one has to be a different color cast. So, example, I cast a red power, 1 charge tile is made. Then I cast a blue tile, 2 charge tiles made. If I cast a red again, none are made because I already cast a red. But then if I cast a green ability, I haven't cast green yet. That is my 3rd different color power. That's 3 charge tiles. Okay? Free charge tiles. Take them. Run with them. Have fun. We're going to put that on. Let's get into it. We got this now. Oh, I don't need these supports. I mean, these supports. These boosts. Go. Okay, Big G. Let's do some stuff. We have some cosmic tiles out there already. We need to get some sort of damage rolling on the board. There's that match 4 of yellow here on the left. You see that down there? We're going to leave that alone. Let Galactus match it. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed something. Pedro! Hey, welcome to the YouTube side. What's up, man? Galactus is very strong. He is. But watch as we, like, you know, just gently let him down easy. Tell him he's not that pretty and special anymore. And, you know, let him go back along his way. We're going to go with, I'd say yellow. Let's pull the yellow one out. Boop. Go on, match that match 4. Oh, Captain takes 0 damage because he says so. Because it was a match 4, really. And we're going to get a free countdown. That's going to make me more charge tiles. We could use this yellow if we want, but something you can do to have some fun, you could save for this yellow. This yellow will help you make a couple more charge tiles. I would save for the storm yellow. Let's go with green. Gives me some red, some black. Oh, thank you for fortifying that. That's really cool of you. Watch the enemy's turn hit. Oh, just took 3,000 damage on his own turn. I only have a couple of charges out there. Don't worry, it builds up. I have 2 powers to cast. I have green and I have yellow. Storm's green, destroy all tiles of that color, gain 2 black AP. I might as well cast it. Remember my first time I cast a power? Free charge tile, right? Let's look at the screen. I don't see any reason not to cast it on purple. There's no purple charge tiles out there. I'm not going to really lose anything of value. Let's cast it on purple. Free charge tile right there. We really want red, so let's cast Storm's yellow, and we'll choose red as our color we're going to make. It's going to take some of the team up tiles and turn them into red, and we'll get a couple of charge tiles out of it as well. There's our match that we got out of this. All right. He's already down to 63,000. I'm going to make this even harder on him. Let's go with this match 5. I'm just gaining AP right now so I can be a true nuisance to this guy. Let's do another wind up. Oh, look at those charge tiles being made just because I can. Let's do another wind up. Why am I doing all these wind ups? Because I can. Each windup we're creating, it's making him make cosmic tiles. Don't worry about that. Every one of these windups that count down, it's going to make 2 charge tiles each turn. It's going to be so dangerous for him to make a match, and it's great. This blue says create 3 3-turn Brewing Storm repeater tiles that create a charge tile and deal damage to a random target. I mean, why wouldn't I want those, right? That sounds like a great idea. And we made more charge tiles because of Omnipotent City. And now I'm not going to cast her black. Don't fall into that trap. Her black does damage the enemy team up to, based on charge tiles on the screen, up to a certain max. But we know we've already done so much damage to him right now. Unless you know this is going to kill him, don't cast it because you're deleting all your charge tiles for an instant gratification. We know we can't kill him right now. We've already kind of done a lot this turn. Save it for next turn if you have to. Let's go ahead with... There's not a lot I can match without getting rid of a charge tile, so if you have to sacrifice one, just do it. I'm going to do this green one right here. Oh, he matched a charge tile. Captain says hi. You see how much damage he was already just taking? How many charge tiles I got out there? Oops, I just accidentally killed him with passives. Oops. Barely took any health. This is not that hard. Now, unfortunately, this means you would need a good 5-star Peggy to abuse her ability, or use someone else to help you make charges and rely on 4-star Captain's ability to negate damage and clap back at Galactus just for touching charge tiles. Flood the board with charges. There's a couple of different ways to punish enemies for touching charge tiles or just for them existing. Use it. That's just one way of going about it. I'm going to go and we're going to fight this Herald of Galactus. Again, for people that are just joining, let's go ahead and show it again. Because honestly, I need to make sure you're all aware that this exists. I've done this once already, just moments ago. Let's do it again, but I'm going to do it with Kang. 3-star. Why 3-star? Why am I hamstringing myself? Why would I go down from a 5-star King to a 3-star King? Because it's possible. That's why. There's no reason you shouldn't be abusing this. All you need is Dark Veil, and make sure your Dark Veil's purple is all the way up to rank 5. That is so important right there. And put it up to rank 5. Because that way you reduce incoming damage by 100% for spending 3 team up AP, and then you send the target away for 3 turns. Okay? Kang over here, it could be 3-star or 5-star, but the passive still says if all of King's opponents are downed or away, he wins the battle. So, 3-star, 5-star, it doesn't matter. Let's just make sure we have 3 team up AP ready to go. That's it. What's up, Pedro? Missed that. Sandwich says, hi. Oh, this is a great game. Just got it in its peak. Ah, good to hear, man. Sandwich. You're joining at a really weird time, though, I gotta say. It is our 12th anniversary here in Marvel Puzzle Quest. You'll see there's some banners that'll be dropping in a couple days because they're celebrating their 12th anniversary of the game being live. So don't get overwhelmed. There'll be a lot of prizes coming your way, though, because, you know, we like to shower people with birthday gifts. All right, let's hit... I don't know. Doesn't matter which one really does it. We're going to just do this match. Boop. And then... Oops, we won. Yes, with a 4-star and a 3-star character, we won. That's it. I said earlier that this part, and you might have noticed in the in my announcements for going live that we're going to talk 6-star meta stuff. This is it. If you didn't think Kang, Dark Veil, Multiple Man, and Coulson were important characters to have on your roster, if you were just all worried about Juggernaut and Polaris and 4-star Rocket and Groot, well, I mean, yeah, they're cool. But 6-star Galactus is here now. And, you know, we got these bosses that do damage like this. I think there's a new and improved pressure to get Kang, Dark Veil, Multiple Man, and Coulson ready to roll on your roster. If you don't already have them ready, let this be your warning. Get them. Get them leveled up and ready to rock. They're super handy to have. You do not have to have them max champed and ascended to the moon. Just get them 13 covers and roll with it. It's super easy, cheesy wins. Do it. No problem, Sandwich. Glad to have you along, though, for real. Okay, let's do another way of killing Galactus. We could just do massive amounts of damage. I'm going to try it with a different method. And when I say try, I mean I've been running this a few different times, but I gotta point out that it really depends on sometimes if Galactus is going to fall into your BS or your traps or not. The more shaky your stuff, well, let's just say, the more he can wiggle out of it. But just watch and see. We're going to use Lockjaw. What? The 4-star doggo? We're going to use a dog to kill the big Galactus planet eater? Yep. Oh boy. Loyal Protector states, whenever an enemy match includes a friendly special tile, Lockjaw jumps to the front, resisting 100% of that damage. That sounds very familiar, doesn't it? And dealing 8,500 at my level damage to the enemy. Okay. Not bad. It's only 8,500 though. This guy's got like hundreds of thousands, 100,000 plus health. That's a lot of turns, isn't it? Let's boost that up, shall we? I think we should. Let's go, and now we got Lockjaw selected. Let's get one of our favorite people. Now I know we just talked about her, and I kind of shot her down out of the sky, but you know that's not possible. She's still super good to have no matter what. And if you're listening, Sandwich, this character will help you out in so many different situations. She really does. Polaris. Polaris is, bar none, like one of the queens of Marvel Puzzle Quest. Ridiculous utility, ridiculous damage, ridiculous lots of things. The only reason I said what I said earlier is because she doesn't have a cheesy way of winning. Kang, Dark Veil, those two have a cheesy way of winning. They skirt their way past the rules and win. Coulson, Multiple Man, cheesy way of winning. Ways of skirting past the rules and winning. Polaris doesn't do that. She just goes straight for the throat and kills someone. But she is too utilitarian. She has so many tricks up her sleeve to make special tiles multiply and take over the board. You can't ignore it. So we're going to use her. And I don't normally do this on bosses, but I'm bringing out good old Okoye. Okoye used to be top tier meta material, and she's still pretty darn good. But yeah, she kind of fell out of favor with other meta characters in time. But let's not forget some of the stuff she does. Or should I say one of the most noteworthy things she does. Wakanda Forever. Now, this is at my level. Yours may differ. But for every let's see. Damage from friendly powers is increased by at my level 2,856 for each team up AP you have. Wow, for each team up AP? That's crazy. One team up AP, almost 3,000 extra damage. Well, what happens if we add more? It goes up by that much more. So does Lockjaw's yellow count as a power? Oh, yes it does. Yup. Deals 8,593 damage to the enemy, plus Okoye's bonuses. Let's make Galactus pay. Now remember, if the enemy matches a friendly special tile, Lockjaw jumps to the front and resists 100% of that damage. He'll be fine. He will be fine. Now, Polaris is here to multiply our special tiles. Lockjaw is here to resist the damage and do damage back. Okoye is here to boost that damage exponentially. We have the Fantasticar on Okoye, so every time she makes a match, we get free team-up AP for the first 4 turns, so take advantage of it. For Lockjaw, we're going to put on, and this is going to sound really, really weird, we're going to put on some abilities to help make the tiles we need, right? So let's find some way to get extra strikes, stuff like that, right? Wish there was some way to like heal him with this, but I don't think there really is. Oh, you know what? We could use SPDR. Whenever you make a match 5 or greater, there's a big old chance to give your team a burst of health, but I don't know if that's going to matter too much. I think what we should do is resist damage. We got to keep our good boy alive, right? We really do got to do that. So, nope. Wait, hold up. There we go. That might be good too. Carol's Communicator. When a friendly special tiles match is a decent chance to heal the supported character for some health. That might be really good. No. I'm thinking about it, but probably not. Friendly special tiles matched, heals supported character. Oh, that's really tempting too. I might put Lucky on though. When you make a match in the team's strongest color, empower a friendly strike and a chance to heal a supported character. I mean, right? Plus, supported character's damage from enemy powers is reduced. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Lucky. We'll put a doggo on a doggo. Look at that. Who would have thought? In this day and age, it's like they travel in packs. Polaris, we need you to get your favorite support on here. Oh, you don't know? I'm sorry. It is the... Where'd it go? There they are, low-level AI. I had it on 5-star Sam for obvious reasons. Okay. We're going to get free strike tiles every turn due to the low-level AI. They're going to retain their power even when we match them away due to the low-level AI. Lockjaw is going to heal up and stick around a while because of Lucky, and also help empower strikes. And then Okoye is going to go over there and help make more team-up AP to power up her boosts for Lockjaw's passive. The only way this goes wrong is we don't get to match away that these strike tiles often. We really need to match them away often and quickly. That's the only way this goes belly up on us. But hey, every good dog likes to go belly up and get scratched in the belly, right? Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Okay, you can't say no to the free AP. There's a match 5 right here. Take your free AP. What's up, Sandwich? What's that to go to bed? Good night, Sandwich. Good to have you around, man. And I guess I'm going to take the team up AP because we kind of need to. Right now, we're not safe yet. Okay, there we go. Now we have a tile to match. Let's take that. Making some team up matches. We're spreading these strikes around. All right. We're going to take that strike right there. We're kind of doing some damage already. Oh, you matched it. Lockjaw hit him back. Already dead. Already dead. That's kind of ridiculous. Because Okoye was strengthening all of Polaris hits as well. I wasn't even factoring that in. But it is true. So Polaris does, you know, damage at the start of turn based on the amount of tiles, special tiles on the board. And Okoye was powering that. Ridiculous. Point is, we got constant damage pouring out every chance we can, and with Lockjaw doing damage on enemy matches on Galactus's turn, we're skirting that rule. We're getting around the whole you can't do only so much damage to me, you know? We're getting around that. That's kind of the important part of this. Oh. We just hit a reset. Is it time? Oh, it is 11. At least 11 my time. Eastern. Interesting. So we could run one of these again if we wanted. But I think we got the point across. Do things to help the enemy take damage on the enemy's turn. That'll get you past Galactus' stuff. We just used Lockjaw on this one, and then we used 5-star Peggy and 4-star Captain America on another one. Make Galactus feel pain on his turns. You're skirting the rules. You're getting around his barrier. As far as these guys go, easy peasy. Level 641 Nova, don't make me laugh. Just simple. Let me just go down here, throw on these guys. It doesn't matter. Just we're doing one more for the road because we can. Just because it's simple and laughable. Hey Frankie, what's up, man? We're just gonna, doesn't matter. We'll do, I'm leaving that match 5 right in the middle just to make a point of it. Send a message. There you go. Come on, Frankie. Oh, bye. Just send him away. Done. Oh, that's right. I told you I would tell you about meta things that don't work. I'm just going to go out and say it. I'm in the roster, too. I'm not going to put you through the agony of watching it, because it was kind of annoying to set up and get it done. But I got it done in one turn. It's just the explanation of it all, right? Gamora's Deadliest Woman says, at the start of the turn, if all purple tiles are friendly special tiles, Gamora removes those tiles and downs the target. You'd think that would get around Galactus's damage thing, wouldn't you? It doesn't do damage, it just downs the target. That's pretty cool, right? Nah, it just counts it as damage. Trust me, I've done this. Did the math. I ran a 4-star Ascended, 1-star Storm. I ran Hobgoblin as a teammate because that's a villain, and villain can equip the Tinkerer. My Tinkerer would let me start with 6 more black AP. Then I boosted 2 black AP, and then I also boosted a +1 to all AP. That's 9 black AP. So Storm started turn 1, casted her black ability to basically fill the screen with attack tiles, and we did. That means all the purples were specials. I made one simple little match 3. The computer made a simple little match 3. No purple tiles fell, and Gamora did the damage. It only did the cap of damage. At the time for the round, I think it was like 18,000 damage. It didn't kill him. It literally stopped it at the cap. Nope, wasn't allowed to take more. So no, you cannot cheese Galactus with Gamora. You cannot cheese Galactus with King or, you know, Dark Veil, that whole combo. Can't do that. Can't be sent away. Can't be stunned. Can't be airborne. Like I said, do damage on his turn. That's the easiest way I could find to get around him. Unless you just have a lot of 550s laying around and you can weather the storm, good for you. But otherwise, do damage on his turn. There's plenty of characters that can do it. So you could definitely do this. Let's see here. So we talked about Galactus. We talked about ways to cheese the side nodes. We talked about what can't work. The only thing left to talk about is how do you get your own Galactus? You want one, right? You want a 6-star Galactus? I do. Why not? I got 275 shards towards one. Almost halfway there to one cover. The only way to get there is to run some quests, to grind. Or, well, I should say or pull out the wallet. I hate to say it. I haven't pulled out the wallet. If you've been watching the channel long enough, which, you know, I've been here a long time, You know that I haven't done that. I don't pull out the wallet for these gaming experiences. I try to stay really cheap. That being said, you can, if you want, go in here and do things like this. Of galactic proportions, lets you buy 25 Galactus shards. I know from posts on Discord that the third level lets you unlock like up to 100 extra Galactus shards. But still, you're not going to get a full cover out of doing this. But you're well on your way, right? There was another one in here. There it is. Ascended 5-star. That's probably one of your best deals you're going to get. A 1-star Ascended to 5-star Spider-Man. Plus 25 Galactus shards. Plus 1,000 HP. Plus 20,000 ISO. $20. It's probably one of the best deals they got. Again, I've never bought one of them, but I've seen the results from many others. If you're going to spend, that's probably the best bang for your buck. But yeah, that's not my cup of tea. And that's about it for the buying deals right now. You could also get lucky or use these command point vaults. This one was like 1,000 command points to buy it out. Had 75 Galactus shards in there. That was a gimme. Plus, this Ascended 3-star Human Torch and this Ascended 3-star Doctor Doom. That was an easy gimme for me. Why? 1,000 CP. That's a lot of CP. Do you know how many 3-star covers this is? That's 13 to make the cover, the character, right? Plus 100 to level them all the way up to the max level. And then you need another one, which is at least a minimum 13 more covers. So 100 plus the 13 to make them, plus the 13 for the new one, right? That's 126 covers minimum just to get them to 270 like that, right? And then do that twice because, you know, Human Torch is there as well. That's a lot of 3-star covers. A lot of 3-star covers just to get those up there. I already have a 3-star Human Torch ascended to 4-star and a 3-star Doom ascended to 4-star. So it was definitely a shoe-in for me. Why? Because now, once I level one of those to max, guess who has a 5-star ascended Torch and a 5-star ascended Doom? This guy. And you can too, if you've been working on it the whole way like I have. Also got a 4-star ranked Thanos copter out of it. That was what that one was. So 2 extra slots, some tokens. That was really good. 1,000 CP is worth it. This full Cosmos Meal Vault has I've only had 2 pulls at it. One of them got me 50 Galactus shards. The other one got me a roster slot. I would like more chances at this vault, but you know, I think this is something you really got to earn the tokens for. I haven't seen a chance to really buy them or anything. Maybe I missed it. Let me know if I missed it and you saw it somewhere. I only seen 2 chances to earn them so far though, so let me know. And I think that about does it for ways to get at that. Pretty sure it does. Okay. So yeah. Work your way up to the Galactus at 6-star because you've seen what he can do. I think it's pretty much worth it. He's probably going to become highly coveted. Seems like the sort of thing where they really want you to spend a lot of money to get those shards on up. Or you could just grind away at it. There was a milestone of some sort of a quest in here to do like 20 missions with Beta Ray Bill, 20 wins with Doctor Strange, 20 wins with Moon Girl, and if you got them done, you could get 25 shards for each one done. I hope you got that. That's about it. We went through it. We went through all the different ways to get Galactus shards. We went through how to beat Galactus silly using cheese methods with Multiple Man, beating him with his doing damage on his turn, beating his side nodes with easy Dark Veil King methods. I think we're pretty much good on it. We've touched a lot of easy topics, a lot of important topics, and kind of touched on the idea of meta stuff. The only thing that kind of worries me about that meta stuff we mentioned earlier is that they did mention, they being the developers, that nerfs and buffs to our rosters are coming. Now, anyone who's played the game long enough knows that some of the kings and queens of the game are people like 4-Star Juggernaut and Polaris, and you get the idea, right? We think those nerfs are probably going to be right around there. But, I mean, we just walked through this boss with Darkveil King and Multiple Man and Coulson. We've also been using Multiple Man and Coulson to pretty much cheese every puzzle gauntlet. Yeah, there might be a nerf there too, upcoming. But in case there's not, just keep calm, keep going. Keep moving as if nothing happened. You have no clue what nerf they're going to do. You have no clue what buff they're going to do. Keep trucking. Just do what you can. Get those tools ready. Because if they don't nerf them, you're going to be glad to have them. If they do nerf them, well, you know what? That's champ rewards. You're going to actually get champ rewards from the next time you level them up. It's going to be worth it one way or the other. Get it done. All right. Mark, I missed something there. That's when Mr. Sinister came to play in 5-Star Arcade. That was the one I missed. I knew I missed one. God, Mark is so smart. Look at this guy. Mark is so good. So, another way to do damage to people, trap tiles. I knew I was missing something there, right? Do we have a trapper in the middle? I'm here again because I kind of forgot about the trap tile shtick, and now I feel kind of bad. I need to do that. We need to run that. I don't think we have a trapper in the middle, though. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing a trapper in the middle. That's a shame. There's got to be someone, right? No? Maybe? Sometimes? I guess not. Okay, well, if there's no trapper in the middle, we'll just have to do something to, I don't know, make it stronger, right? Like Agatha. Doesn't Agatha make these things stronger? You know, make some of this stuff stronger? Rights of Unity. Let's see. Agatha grants her teammates 20% increased match damage, increasing by 30% each time they make a match. And then Agatha gains 22% increased ability damage for each teammate match. Ah, no, that's just match damage. Damn. No one else? No one? Could use Strange just to clap at him every time he Galactus fires an ability. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know if there's a... I don't think there's a trapper in here. That's a shame. I'm sorry, what was that? 5-Star Jessica and Dr. Doom? I don't see 5-Star Jessica in the middle. I'm looking for the middle, the essential stuff, right? Yeah, I don't see Jessica. Nope, or Dr. Doom. Not in the essentials, at least. Here, we'll make sure of it. We'll do, what, powered up? There you go. All the people that are powered up are here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, dude. Not seeing it. Oh well. It's okay. Yeah, Jessica Jones, right. Yeah, there's no Jessica Jones for the middle. Like, if I do Jessica and type it in, yeah. You can't use her in the middle. Not possible. You know what I can do? I'll do that. Yeah, I can't select her. But you know what? We can get through it a different way. Let's do what you stated here. We'll do the traps anyways. Sinister. Boom. Sinister's got these great traps. Original Sinister. Enemy would deal X amount or more damage. Friendly team has at least 2 black AP. Drain 2 friendly black AP. Prevent 6.5k damage in my level up version. And create 2 trap tiles that deal a little over 8,000 damage when they leave the board. Keywords, leave the board. So I can destroy them, match them, whatever them, and they'll do the damage. If the enemy matches them, destroys them, whatever, they still do the damage. In other words, if they get overwritten by cosmic tiles, they'll do the damage. Pretty important stuff there, I'd think. This also affects with Sinister Secrets. Whenever the enemy fires a power, which Galactus is making free AP, isn't he, with his cosmic tiles, Mr. Sinister creates 3 trap tiles. When a Sinister Secrets trap tile leaves the board, means match, destroyed, overwritten, whatever, you get this. Deal damage. Then if the enemy has 3 or more AP in that tile's color, steal 3 enemy AP in that color. Oh my lord. Nice stuff. Let's go. That's so good. We probably want some starting black, right? Right? I feel like that's a thing. So let's go with a Tinkerer. Tinkerer gives me 6 starting AP in the black color. Well, 80% chance, but you get the point. Based on what Mark just stated earlier, Arcade. Let's throw in Arcade as well. Arcade does a lot of trap stuff. Now, Arcades aren't as cool and flexible as Sinisters, but you know, here we are. At the start of the battle, create a purple control room trap tile. Then each turn after, create 2 Murder World trap tiles. Without a control room trap tile, Murder World traps deal 50% less damage. I want to know what they do. For each Murder World trap tile on the board, deal this, deal damage. Give me, let me know how much they do. It doesn't say how much damage they do when they match them. That's really funny. You expect that to happen, but they don't. Whatever. There's traps. I think they have to be matched away, if I remember correctly. They can't just be destroyed. But hey, flood the board. Do some fun with it. And then finally for you, you know what? I think we will run the yellow. I mean, this Doctor Strange, right? Because this will give us just an option if the enemy hits us with the power, right? That's more damage outgoing. We're trying to do damage on the enemy's turn. That's really the takeaway here. Let's go ahead with Ebony Maw. Yeah, let's do Ebony Maw. At the start of the turn, there's a chance to create an attack tile. Meh. Supporter character's base black damage is increased. Meh. Supporter character's maxed health is increased. Okay. Start of the battle, 75% chance to gain 3 black AP. Yes, please. And the supporter character fires a power is 25% chance to steal 4 random AP. Yes, please again. Let's take that. And finally for Doctor Strange, we'll just do something like, oh, I don't know. Could take Camartage. First cost of a yellow power costs 4 fewer AP. That's not bad. We could take Wong with us. I feel like that's not as important. Let's do the Camartage just to make that yellow cheaper the first time we cast it. That's really the fun part here. Let's go with it. Let's run this. I'm going to boost 2 black just to make sure Sinister has what he needs, even if the supports screw us over. Okay? Ready? You're seeing lost connection in the stream? Oh no! Why? What happened? Come on. That's ridiculous. Mark, thank you very much. You're a saint. That's what I get for looking down at the screen too long. Honestly, that shouldn't happen, obviously, but here we are. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you. You are awesome, sir. All right. Let's go ahead and start making traps, right? First thing we can do this happy birthday thing here. This choose a tile, get a 1-turn fortified Doom Dot Repeater, which deals damage and creates 2 Murder World trap tiles every time it activates. More traps. Yes, please. Let's put it, I don't know, right? Put it there. That'll work. And then we got to make sure we keep the black AP flowing in as much as we can. So I know there's nothing we can do right now about it, but let's just match something and try to get black AP when we can. Okay. So unfortunately, we don't have any black AP right now. It'll come in slowly though, and we're making traps. Just making them hand over fist because of Arcade and Mr. Sinister. What do we got here? That's a Murder World Trap. When matched by the enemy, deals damage to the enemy and destroys 1 AP in that trap tile color. When matched by an ally, deals the damage, 2700, to a random enemy and gains 1 AP in that trap tile color. Tempting, because it would give us some more blue, and then we could fire off, you know, this insert coin if we wanted to. But I don't know if I'm so interested in that. I feel like just letting that be for him to match is kind of more important. I don't need the red for any reason. I know he doesn't either. Let's take this green into match 4 of that. There we go. We're trying to do damage on his turn, so let him do it. Let him hurt himself. What do we got over here in the team-ups? Onslaught, Shadows of the Hand. Nah. None of these are going to help us. Just get rid of those. Let's go with red. Why not? So far, not so bad. Let's cast that yellow because, you know, first one's a lot cheaper. Deals a lot of damage and heals the team for some burst health. Boop. There you go. We hit him for his max right now. I need some black. Come on, make that black AP come down. Those Doombots are working. I need some black, though. Come on, man. The Flames of the Faultine. Smack back at him. He got some healing out of it, but that's okay. It's going to slowly tick away at him. They are not giving us our black, though. This is the problem with this build. Is if we don't get the black AP, then we're just sunk. I wanted to be able to keep this Arcade Doombot rolling and still get the black AP, but they're not letting us get that, are we? If I match that yellow, that makes these 2 black fall down. Or if I match these blues, it makes the black fall down. But he will probably match them. That's kind of scary one way or the other. Well, what else am I going to do? Live in fear? Let's do it. He didn't take it. Look at all that damage we're doing just right off the rip. It's great stuff. Give me that black. Come on. Oh, I got rid of my Doombot. What a meanie. Alright. Can I hit him with this insert coin now? Probably could. Choose a pair of colors. Deals 1808 damage to the target for each Murder World Trap tile in those colors. And an additional effect for the colors chosen. Removing the traps in those colors. That's the problem. I don't know if I want to remove the traps. I feel like I should leave that alone. Maybe wait for Sinister's blue. Deals damage in addition to the normal effect of whatever trap I select. Yeah, I feel like we'll wait for that. That's just straight up lots of damage. I could throw this out to do damage per turn, but I don't know if I need that as much. Kind of probably do though, really, right? Nah, leave it be, leave it be. We're good. That's Doctor Strange. Kind of want someone else to be in front for the next part, but I don't think I have a choice in that. Yeah, let's just take that. Uh-oh. He made a lot of my traps leave the board. Uh-oh, there goes Strange. He's tripping tiles, though. I just got 3 black because he made one of my tiles leave the board, so now we have some protection from Sinister. This is getting close. It's getting down to the wire, and I don't like that. Getting way too close for comfort. Now I kind of need that blue. Sinister needs black to drain for that instance, right? Yep. There's nothing else I can do about that. Okay. So what do we got over here? That's a trap tile. That's a secrets tile. If the enemy has 3 more AP in the tile's color when it leaves the board, steal 3 enemy AP in this tile's color, which is purple. And he has 8 purple. We probably need to do that just to get that purple out of his hands. Yep, that brought him down a bit. That's good. Because we don't need him casting more shenanigans, right? Right. Hey, what's up, Matt? Good to see you here on the Twitch side. Thank you, Matt, buddy, for joining me. What do we got over here? Murder World Trap. Murder World Trap. We kind of want something... Wish we could see the difference in the traps, but, you know, c'est la vie. I guess we can't. He has 7 blue. He could cast this again, and that's going to hurt a lot. For each Murder World Trap tile on the board, deal 2,713 damage to a random enemy, which he's the only one there. If it matches the control room's color, and then deal double damage and destroy a random adjacent tile. What's our control room tile? What is it? It's not blue. It's not green. What is our control room tile? It's probably purple, right? Nope, I don't see it. Black. That's a secret. I like how that one says Murder World Trap, and this one just says Murder World. There's a difference, I guess. Sinister Secrets. Original Sinister. Original Sinister. Original Sinister. Murder World Trap. Where is our control room? Do we not have one anymore? We might not have one. Well, we have a lot of these Murder World Traps. And I think most of them are green, aren't they? Well, no, that's a secret. Okay. Trap. 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 3 of them green. I think that's supposed to be a trap. That's red, red, red. Oh, that's a secret. Okay. Whew, hard to keep track of them all. I don't think this is going to do enough to kill him outright, but we could definitely do our best chance at it. Hold up. Deals damage when removed from the board. That could work. This could work. So let's do this. We'll choose red because we can. Look at that damage output. Yes. Okay, cool. So I had to select which one had a lot of traps on that color, just to do damage multiplied by how many traps there were, right? If that didn't finish him off, there was his blue, the insert coin, where I could have done damage based on a color selected for a different effect, okay? But that one I wasn't going to rely on so heavily. But then there was my team-ups. One of them was that Gorgon one to create 5 attack tiles on the board. Remember, all those Sinister Secrets said they said like do like 8,000 damage, right, for leaving the board, just being removed from the board, right? So if I make 5 attack tiles overwrite traps. They just do. That's just those constant in the game. Was it strikes, protects, and attack tiles overwrite traps? All I have to do is have like 1 or 2 of those attack tiles overwrite a sinister trap, and that's just a bunch more damage, almost 10k more per trap overwritten. So I was trying to rely on those to help me get through it, but thankfully, Murder World Trap tiles to the rescue. It's just another example, though, where you could use enemy turn abilities, those traps. Those traps kept hammering him down over and over again. He had to heal himself twice just to have a chance at beating me. Doctor Strange sacrificed himself to stay alive for these 2 trappers to keep doing their work. There's probably better ways around doing it. Unfortunately, that's what I used, was those 2 trappers, Sinister and Arcade. I feel like they're some of the better ones, but maybe I'm missing something. Feel free to drop it in the comments somewhere if you can think of something better. But yeah, go for it. Hammer Cap. And 5-star Peggy were good charge tile abusers for damage on the enemy team. Lockjaw was helping with Polaris, was abusing damage to the enemy with Okoye boosting hit, which was ridiculous. And now we just did traps. There's other ways to do this. Just find someone that hurts him on his turn, and you can get through that. And as for the side nodes, again, Darkveil King. All right. Yeah, Mark, team trap for the win. That was great, man. Getting some extra points, Matt. I wasn't really going for the points per se. We're just kind of showing off abilities because I know there's people out there that are still having trouble with this stuff. I've seen plenty of posts saying this is the hardest boss yet. And I'm hoping these strategies we just went through help to color that it's not all that hard. Just utilize your roster options. It's not just all about straight up damage and punching people in the face. Think around it. There's plenty of options you have. You have a roster of 300 plus different characters in the game. I'm totally wildly off in that number because there's a ton. You could do this. I believe in you. If you have any extra problems, any extra issues with it, drop me a line here on YouTube. Leave it on the message here. Join me on Twitch. Drop me messages on there. You can go ahead on Facebook. Leave me on Messenger. PiMacleod is my name everywhere you look. Reddit, Discord, Facebook, wherever you want to go. Find me on Xbox if you'd like. That's me. Okay? And if you like more of this, don't be afraid. Do what my daughter tells me to do every time. Drop a like and subscribe if you really like this stuff. It's free. You can always change your mind later. Okay? Thank you very much for your patience with me. All right. Have a good one. I will talk to you all later, probably in a day or two. Tomorrow, if we're all lucky, if I'm lucky, we'll jump in, we'll do the puzzle gauntlet. Okay? We'll run the last 2 because we all know the first 8 can be multiple manned away, right? Right? You'll see. Okay? Talk to you later. Have a good one, everyone. Bye, Mark. Bye, Matt. Bye, Sandwich. Thanks for joining in. Have a good one.